Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the Divine Skrek Republic with our newest covenant with the Instrument of Desire, which is basically a covenant with Slaanesh from Warhammer 40k, which is very, very worrying. At the moment, there has been no price to pay, but I am really weirdly looking forward to seeing just how bad that can get, because honestly, this is the first time I've ever formed a covenant within Stellaris, and I would like to see just how this works. So, let's begin then. And I will say, if you want to Google Slaanesh, do so at your own risk. It's certainly the least safe for work of pretty much anything in the Warhammer universe. Now, the thing is, we need to really look into the future. How are we going to win this game, and what is our plan? Because I honestly don't know all that much. The one thing we could do is start working towards our fleet. We have over 100 navy capacity we're currently not using, and we could go to war with the directors. Because this is the only time we get to do a non-liberation war. This is simply end threat. Destroy their lands and take over their worlds so that no more harm can come to the galaxy. I think that should be our ultimate goal. Even if we somehow win before then by building our habitats constantly, I think the ultimate goal should be to remove the directors. They are a threat to the galaxy, and for a lore reason, the Skrek must absolutely hate them. They've even entered this weird covenant because it gives us more resources so that we can give our people the best possible lives we can. Maybe even cursing ourselves in the process. So I can't imagine they would look kindly upon this new empire, well, old empire, which is rebirthed, which is trying to take over the galaxy. Yeah. Now, to begin with, as usual, we're going to make ourselves some more habitats, because habitats are just how we get happy. There we are. 2 more habitats straight away on the move, and let's go look at the Science Nexus. Okay, so the Science Nexus is underway. I think after the Science Nexus, we will most likely make a ring world, because I absolutely love the ring worlds. Wow, our forces are actually getting really strong right now. Also, we are in control of the Federation, so I might make some more Federation ships soon. Not too sure just yet. Let's just allow everything else to continue then. Who's a rival with who?
Construction complete.
Oh, darn it. Don't antagonize the cash cacti. Well, to be fair, half of them are on our side. It does seem like the cash cacti are slowly getting more powerful, though. They are at war with these guys, and by the looks of things, winning. And they have taken over a large amount of space next to the hive. Oh, which brings me to the next point. I would like to know, in the next season, if I do another season, what would you like me to play? I'm putting this at the start of the video. Normally I put it at the end of the video because it's a bit of a waffle, but I want the most people possible to actually hear this. What would you like me to play next time? So far, I'm tempted to do the Devouring Swarm, or whatever it's actually called, the evil version of a hive mind, just devouring the entire galaxy, but I'm also really tempted to do the Driven Assimilators, that's the name, ended up forgetting that name for like 2 minutes, from the Machine Consciousness. There's quite a few things I want to do, so either of those or any other ideas, feel free to tell me. Also, it seems like... apparently there's 2 fleets in here, why? That's odd. Oh, is it a raiding fleet which just happens to be them? Okay, that explains what it looks like we're about to fight them. We could actually attack those. Taking out the marauders would be lovely, giving the space to this Federation member. Oh, it could go into these guys' hands instead, though. That's a problem. Not too sure there. We still own that in the middle of their space, which is just bizarre. Either way, yeah, I think once this is upgraded, I'm going to go out and destroy the marauders. One more of our worlds is now a Gaia world, which is just fantastic. Okay, once again, can we please stop having these on the Unity buildings? They have a negative. They're like the only species we have which shouldn't be there. You guys, on the other hand, have a bonus, don't you, to Unity? Yes, you do. But we only have 2 of you, though. Okay, it's better to have the bonus on that one, I suppose, and you can swap with that. There we are. Huzzah for bonus physics. Weirdly, that bonus physics change has actually been a blessing in disguise. Although it was a mistake to happen, I'm actually really happy we went down that route. We already have enough society, and now it seems like physics and engineering are a bigger bonus to us. We still want a lot of the society research, but Minerals and energy. Now here's something we forgot to do in the previous video, leader enhancement. Also, if you noticed, I always say, we forgot, we failed, we did something wrong, but then when I do something correct, I did it. Just a weird speaking pattern I've noticed recently in some of my videos. It really sounds like I'm blaming us as a whole whenever a mistake is done in a game, but when something's right, you bet it was Lathrix. So with that, and as a natural leader, clearly, let's talk about leader enhancements. We have natural selection. Let nature take its course. It is in the crucible of experience that genius is forged. Selected lineages. Careful reproductive planning should be incentivized, lest we waste valuable genetic legacies. And then capacity boosters, which we simply can't do because we are egalitarians, which is a shame because that's a really good bonus. So with this, as weird as it sounds, seriously, reading that, it's just weird, it does give us a bonus to our level cap and a plus 10 to our leader lifespan, even if we are purposefully breeding our leaders. A bit odd, but the extra 10-year lifespan is really handy, so yes please, and we certainly have enough energy, that's not a big issue. The only problem with that is I don't know if that's going to cause an issue with some of our factions. Okay, didn't seem to. This is our main faction here with 237 support. Whoa, we have such a high population. Who are you two? When did you two appear? You are... Ooh, xenophiles. Now, that would be interesting. I would... Okay, currently we have no leader. That's just weird to say. I would be tempted... really tempted to allow this one to take some hold. As much as we are against some of their things... Wait, we don't actually have that? I thought we did have refugees welcome. Now, like I was saying, as much as some of our things aren't making them happy, making ourselves xenophiles will make us ally with people a lot easier. Plus, it's just something different and the evolution of our species in terms of our society. Where are you? Refugees. No, of course, yeah, accept all refugees. I thought we already had that. Wow, we're all about giving people the best possible chance, and if one of these empires becomes utterly destroyed, of course we'll accept refugees. That's the whole point of the Screc. Passive study. Okay, I actually don't mind doing that because currently we only have one observation post, so I don't mind changing that just to make them happy. So where are you? Native interference and passive study. There we are. Now they're on 76%. Still not giving us too much influence, but at least they're happy. You, militarist. Never going to please you. Still, so spiritualist, egalitarian, pacifist, and xenophile are our main four factions, with this one actually being better than pacifist now, apparently. And of course, yet another habitat is now going down. In fact, we could afford one more. No, we can't, because we don't have enough influence. And by the looks of things, yep, the will to power has faded off, so as soon as we have the influence, sorry, the unity, I will grab that, because we need more influence, including for the next level of the science nexus.
Heretic station engaged.
Hello, marauders! Your fear campaign against the galaxy has came to an end. Behold the shining light of the divine Screc Republic. Just because we're the good guys doesn't mean we're strong. In fact, normally the good guys win. Normally. Behold the swarms! Ah, look at that. It's like an arc. You guys are going that way, you're going that way. And of course we are on aggressive, which means we will attack every single thing in this system. The marauders are not going to last all that much longer. Look at the swarm! Oh, I love the swarm so much. Intercepting this group before our forces have even looked at them. I really am tempted to make a fleet just made of battleships with the amoebas. Nothing else. Actually, another thing I'm tempted to do is battleships with small weapons rather than large weapons, if that's even possible. Going to use use up a couple of our ships here, but that's no major issue, really. Did I mention I absolutely adore the amoebas? I absolutely adore the amoebas. I wish you two stuck together more on your autopilot, though. That'd be nice. The great thing is, these giant habitats don't seem to have particularly strong shields, if they have shields at all. And our lasers counter everything but shields, so I'm very happy to see that. What are you? Okay, that's the raiding fleet. Hello, we're just going to allow you to do this. We're not very smart. The evil is purged. That looks so bloody cool. Admittedly, makes little sense, I mean, considering we're in space and I have no idea where the well of gravity was for that, but, you know, still cool. How much did I lose? Not much at all, so regroup and get ready to attack this guy.
Construction complete.
I don't like shields. There we go, now we burn through. Your armor and hull is about to be melted.
Construction complete.
Beautiful. And down it goes. Okay, once again, regroup. And get ready to move on to the last marauder stronghold. And together they jump. Oh yeah, this has way less in the way of defenses. This is going to be quick. Nice system too, a lot of planets. Just thinking in terms of habitat still. And we can make yet another starbase. And the marauders have been removed. No access? That's odd. We got chucked out of there because was forced to return to Skrekstar from this area because it is within the borders of the marauders, but I just destroyed the marauders. That makes no sense. Well, we still did our job anyway, so no big deal. Okay, Slanesh hungers. The desires inflicted upon our people by the instrument are strong. The people of Trappist, whatever it is, have become convinced that their own particular customs are of distinct and paramount importance over those of our society as a whole. Alternative political movements are springing up like wildfire, and the political situation on the planet has become unpredictable, to say the least. So that was Trappist what now? And is it permanent? This one, I guess. Shroud Deviant. Okay, it's not permanent, but that's nasty. Minus 100% ethics attraction. Not much we can really do about that then. Without using a lot of influence on the more overall stuff. Not happy with that, but it's also not the worst thing ever. It's just not the best thing either. A large fleet of mercenaries has translated out of hyperspace in the Viriac system, which is this system here. It looks like all of the surviving mercenary outfits that were deployed elsewhere when we smashed their last space station have put their differences aside and joined forces. We are not certain how they managed to elude our sensors. Okay, so hello there. To the wretched cowards of the divine Skrek Republic. As you destroyed our homes, we shall now burn your... No, listen to me, listen!
Construction complete.
You didn't actually spawn in. This happened last time with the Cash Cacti. Also, I'm totally not scared of you. I'm sorry, but I'm not. We have almost 100k fleet power combined at the moment, and although it's not too strong, it's fine. And probably not at any threat by people like you. And we have 2 more habitats. Glorious. Let's go with... actually, who shall we go with? I'm tempted to find the Skrek, which were from the Cash Cacti. The ones which were previously serviles. Well, actually, I think they still are serviles. There they are. Oh, yeah! I completely forgot about these guys. So, these Skrek are not our Skrek. They're the alternate history Skrek and are still serviles, which means they give bonus minerals and bonus food. We should have been using these a while ago. We really should have. This whole system is now saturated with habitats. This one, on the other hand, is not, and therefore, more habitats. Lovely. The Science Nexus control hub is now in place, equipped with a state-of-the-art singularity reactor. Okay then. Our engineers are preparing to add the next most challenging segment to the facility, the 4 research wings. They will be fitted with pioneering technology, able to withstand everything from violent heat to intense pressure waves and alien pathogens. They will also provide housing for many of our researchers. That is lots of science. Whoa. Glory to the divine Skrek Republic. Who are you? And why are you... Oh dear. Okay, so these are going back to being militaristic. That's a problem. I was hoping to eventually incorporate them into our federation, but it's looking less and less likely. Just constant little things against that. Wow, that's expensive. The next level will double how much science that's giving us, though. Yeah, we need to finish this off.
Complete.
Like I say, even if we technically win the game, I still need to quell this, and I want to get all 4 galactic wonders up and running. It is 4, isn't it? Construction vessel, can you prove me right or wrong, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course we don't count the habitats, because they're kind of like a pseudo megastructure. This will now be the 3rd habitat, which is under the control of the once servile Skreks. And we need way more influence. Okay, how much influence will this cost us? None, actually. Okay, so let's just start that straight away. That's going to give us so much science when it's finished. It won't fully counter the fact we're currently just destroying our science by making so many mineral and energy habitats, but it'll help to slow it down, at least. It'll help to slow down our slowdown. And this needs a few upgrades. We now have Will to Power back online, meaning we have plus 11 influence, which is just fantastic. Sadly, our scientific revolution has just ended, though, so we are sacrificing science for more habitats. We are really damaging our science. Now, apparently, these 2 are at war, the Hive and this group. This group annoyingly is under the thumb of the directors, so I don't really care if they lose. The funny thing is, we tried to save these guys when they were attacked by the Marauder Empire that woke up. They have really repaired themselves and now actually pose a bit of a threat. I'm tempted to go to war with them. What happens if I do go to war with them? Since they're under the thumb of the directors, what happens there? Don't know. Wait. You have a defensive pact with the Cooperative. You have a defensive pact with the Empire. Okay, so it's you 2. You have no defensive pacts whatsoever. We may go to war with these guys soon, just because militarist xenophobes. They are kind of a threat to the galaxy at this point, and I wouldn't mind making them more friendly. Now, you guys are powerful, but you are militaristic, but you're also fanatic xenophiles. You won't kill people on purpose. It's actually the Hive initiating this fight as well, so I'm going to leave you alone. You are militarist, but you're just so darn nice. Okay. We now have 2 Calvins as our science team. And this one has a little robot. Oh dear God, it's happening. The new ruler is a cash cacti called Lathir. My son. I always knew this day would come. Okay, but seriously. Oh, that is horrible to see. Grand Mulch Lathir, the cash cactus. When someone talks to us, they're gonna see that. I mean, they are charismatic, I guess, but... Oh, that is not boding well for our people. At all. I don't care. We hate you. Here's something I didn't really look into. Okay, serviles. Do you have minus unity? No, you don't. Okay, then it's absolutely fine for you to take over as many habitats as possible. That's fine. Oh, okay, so what I actually misread was who we declared war on first. We're not declaring war on these guys, but these. I didn't realise my Federation had started to hate them so much. That's the thing, because we actually were on pretty good terms. In fact, we're currently at war with them. We are at war with them, and they still like us. That's how good terms we were on. Well, they're definitely nowhere near strong enough to deal with our Federation. All I have to worry about are these guys, so they can only really get to us via this way, because at least one of these two are going to have closed borders, so let's just get one of our fleets to sit here. That's all we need to do. In fact, maybe both of them. Yeah, both fleets sit here. If we need to help to win the war, we could always go in and just knock out some of their stations. Ah, so sadly, no, you can't have small weapons on a battleship. That'd be really cool, though, to spam small weapons. I just kind of wanted to see a brawler just for the fun of it, to be perfectly honest. Now, the reason why you would even want the smaller ones is just because the larger weapons have worse tracking, and obviously, if enemies are going around you very quickly, that makes combat very difficult in close quarters. That's why the battleships do better at long-range fighting, I suppose. There is Cloud Lightning as well. We could have basically a Thor version, which would be kind of cool as well. But no, we'll just leave it as it is then for now, which is a crying shame. We also need to make a Titan soon. We actually do have the Titan tech. We just need to do a Citadel. Yeah, we don't currently have the ability to make Citadels. So after we get minerals, we'll get our ability to make Citadels. Then we'll work on making our first ever Titan. A new system to begin building habitats in. That's right, all 4 of my construction vessels once again are now building habitats, I think. Oh, well, no, except for you. You're the one exception. You are currently building a mining outpost because I made sure to prove to myself that asteroids can't support the habitats. I wish they could, sadly not. Science Nexus Research Wings. The first module of the 4 research wings is now in place, and researchers and staff are already moving into the living quarters. The next and final step of construction will extend the wings, adding 4 sections of laboratories equipped to support the most dangerous research. Extensive security measures are also being taken to ensure the staff's safety. As a scientist, I've got to say, I want to live here. Damn, that's still expensive. Come on. Not quite doubling it again, but there we are. Whoa, that's gonna look awesome. And we have a new world. And we definitely don't need food anymore, so we're going back to minerals. But yeah, these serviles are ridiculous. Plus 10% minerals, plus 15% minerals, plus 5% minerals. They're absolutely insane. Just so much in the way of income. This is why the cash cacti did so well. Off the back of the Screk. The early game, when we played last time, was just so easy because of these guys. Having these as serviles just rocketed our progress. I meant to say progress there, but I was listening to what they were saying. Oh. Hostile fleet over here. Okay. Are they actually heading towards us, though? That's the question.
The faithful have claimed a new world.
Just stay there and try to defend. Ooh, gateway travel. Allows us to activate gateways and allows our ships to travel through them. That's very cool. but 5% shield hit points is really, really nice. It's silly, but I just want the hit points. And we're about to get some bonus minerals.
The apostates are after our spaceport.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had this little bit of space here. That's annoying. Okay, we are going to have to defend that. Larger fleet, you're going to go on your own and just get to there and just take it back once it's taken.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Plus 5% minerals, thank you very much. Okay, Elgate still not yet. Darn, really? I was hoping we'd have the ability to make the thingy-madoodle. You know the thingy-madoodle, the Citadel. I guess mega cannons will be the next option then. You forced my hand, fiends. Okay, just get your butt over there, please. Oh, darn it. Well, we're also going to have to bombard this planet, so we take out the fortresses, otherwise we can't leave.
Construction complete.
Reach into the shroud. Increased happiness? We don't really need any of this. Not worth the risk. We already have basically 100% happiness across the board, so exit the shroud. This is going to hurt you so much more than it's going to hurt me.
Engaged.
This will not take long. And they're done for. There goes one of their fleets. And now back to bombarding this poor planet. I'm so sorry. Huzzah! A new planet is ours. We are now a patron of the arts. And that means we get a lovely plus 10% to our unity. Now... yeah, we can't get any more art pieces. What do the festivals do again? Happiness and growth speed, but they can have some negative effects. I'm just going to leave that then. So, huzzah for plus 10% unity for free. And we can already make yet another starbase. Yeah. Our navy capacity by the end of this is going to be insane. Well, here's something annoying which I really should have paid attention to. I think I've built a habitat on the planet which was giving us living metal. We no longer have living metal, which means our megastructures now cost more. Problem is, I have no bloody idea where it is, and I can't remember for the life of me. The habitats also seemingly hide what the resource used to be, unless you click on them. Even then, I'm not too sure. That's a problem, actually. Should have been paying more attention. That was a mistake on my part completely. I can't see a silver lining about this one. It's not too much of an issue, because we are so rich, and getting richer. Because remember, this is now without production targets, without the bonus ambition, and with our fleet currently out and about. We still have plus 727, and obviously that will increase as we add more habitats. I don't know. So yeah, it's not too much of an issue because we are so rich. The megastructures can still be built fairly quickly. It's just annoying, more than anything else. It also affects the cost in terms of influence. Okay, never mind, then it is actually a big deal. I may have to go back to the old video where I got living metal to figure out where it is, because I really can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't know how to search for it. Maybe there is a way, but I don't know of it. The science nexus is complete. That is amazing. So next, I want to make a ring world. So where do I want to make the ring world? Probably in a system which has a lot of planets. Now, of course, I don't mean habitable planets, because I don't think that's even allowed. Well, wait, no, that's only for the Dyson Sphere, I think. Maybe it's not, maybe it's for others. But either way, I want a system with as many planets as possible, so I don't have to expand further out. Ooh, this is perfect. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, definitely. For more of our, habitats. Okay, good, yep, we can definitely move here. So, enter orbit, and once we have the minerals, I will start construction on the ring world. Our battleships may now bring mega cannons into the fray. Range of 150. Nothing comes close to that. So I guess still have the swarm? And then artillery at the back, perhaps? At least the carrier core has small sections, which is kind of cool. Of course, just lasers, because why not? And then we'll add a cannon there, because it's for longest ranged. I'd rather have the Guardian point defense, honestly, and then, of course, the amoebas. Now that will be absolutely brutal. Damage 260. Okay, so let's swap that back to this. How much is this, then, in comparison? Okay, so it's definitely stronger. That makes sense. And this is only rank 1. I could be researching rank 2 right now, but instead, I'm finally researching Citadel. Simply going to call this type of battleship the Judgment class. And of course, we want them to be artillery if they're going to use the spinal mount, with a tracking of 0%. Because, of course, that makes sense, really. Then, as usual, we want the nanite repair system. Similar to the Hull tissue, I just like it for the flavour of it, all about healing and self-preservation. Yeah, that is nasty. And safe. Scientific Revolution is back online. Still not the best science this late game, but at least we're getting a bonus almost constantly because that huge unity increase. The ring world is now beginning construction. Oh dear. So, yeah. This entire area is completely controlled by the Federation now. They've just completely lost this war. In fact, our allies have even moved down here themselves and are now fighting against this empire. They will soon lose. Also, I'm going to start terraforming this world into yet another Gaia world. I'm really hoping making them holy worlds does stack. If not, we're wasting a lot of energy, which isn't really that bad, honestly.
Construction complete.
Still making the universe a prettier place. Do you hear the voices too? Well, yes, I do, actually. Hello there. Darn it. Wait, yes! It worked, okay, never mind. The powerful energies of the Shroud have been successfully channeled into a psionic avatar under our control. After translating into our universe, the newborn avatar has concealed into a spacefaring entity in orbit over Redemption Rock. So not the avatar this time, then. Oh my god! Behold the power of the warp itself. Oh my god, that is glorious! Oh, who's a pretty thing? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, we can't give you a leader. What a shame.
The are fighting amongst themselves.
Ooh. A thing. Dr. Groik and her team have invented a neural bank, an organic computer that stores and harnesses the collective cognitive power of all brains that are uploaded to its drive, greatly improving our research speed. But there's one hitch. To function properly, the uploaded brains have to be extracted from the subject's bodies and placed within a tank of conductive fluids. Since our bodies cannot survive long without a brain, subjects will have to leave their material existence behind. As expected, volunteers have not been lining up. So far, there has been only one. Science leader Uglog. So, I agree, it's unethical, but he's a volunteer. And this is probably like the life's work type of thing. Also, I've accidentally made too many star bases. Don't worry, soon enough that'll increase again, most likely. I will allow this. Even if it was one of our main scientists, we'll just replace it with a new one. There we are. Now, really, that should swap. You two. You two. Thank you. I think that was the right choice. If he is truly a volunteer, and this will perhaps aid all of our society in the future, I think it makes sense to allow that to occur. Right? Right? Brains. We can now make citadels, which is pretty darn fantastic, honestly. Kinetic battery. Ooh, that's got a pretty good range on it. I might... Yeah, okay, definitely going with the kinetic battery so that we can add these to the Judgment Class battleships. Judgment Class battleships. I can do words. Sometimes. We are now ready to begin the colossal task of building the initial frame for our future ring world around the primary star of the system. The amount of resources and materials required to build this skeletal frame will be immense, and hundreds of thousands of our finest engineers stand ready to begin the process of dismantling the system's planetary bodies into matter which can be used in its construction. So maybe it affects the worlds, I actually don't know. Okay, we almost have enough money, so I'll just wait around until we actually do have that lovely, lovely cash. There we go, begin! That's going to be awesome. Also, now you should be able to have trading hubs. Oh, wait, no. I think, yeah, a colonized world, okay. So I'm not going to add anything to you until later. Oh, look, there we go. We now have enough starbase capacity, and we're even researching more starbase capacity. As our maximum naval capacity grows ever greater. A flotilla of civilian transports carrying that particular species of refugees from the directors. What? Why are there directors? These unfortunate outcasts were forcibly expelled from their homes by the Piriac authorities. Okay, so the Mestros X habitat. We need to see this. To slee this as well. Begin the sleeing. Also, I just realised the 10 habitat. I just was surprised we actually have 10 of these things. I can't see anyone here. Are you sure we actually got them? We definitely did. I just don't know on what planet. Either way, they are engineers, decent with minerals. Oh, they're you guys. The ones we kind of hate love at the moment, because we like these guys, but not them. Wonder what happened there, then. That's kind of worrying. They got expelled. Oh, wow. Oh, I see. They're expanding outwards and probably taking over planets and, well, expelling them. Good to know. Particle Lance. Now, that's more fitting with our theme, isn't it, as well? So let's go with that. And I'll change over our battleship soon with that and the kinetic battery. Oh, I just thought we need to start making our first citadels. Which, of course, I will change our first shipyard into. Okay, is there a level 2 kinetic battery? Yes, indeed there is. Lovely.
We are spreading
40 days until we can find out if the Gaia World bonus can stack. Here's really hoping it can. The increase to our unity will just be phenomenal. Come on.
Construction complete.
There we are, lots of Gaia Worlds. Ah, what a shame, so we can't. Still, no big deal. As it does now mean we have Gaia Worlds everywhere. I think that's what the Skrek would have done anyway. And we can always colonize them later, so... Once again, not a big deal. Just a little bit disappointing. This is interesting. Our worker can't use any of these planets. It simply can't interact with them. So by the looks of things, the ring world will essentially use up the entire system, which, again, is fine. A little bit disappointing, since so many planets that could have become habitats.
Construction complete.
But definitely worth it for the ring world. I'm getting this weird urge to change Idealistic Foundation to mining guilds. Yes. This is the way forwards. For equality, for all. A moment of insanity there. So it turns out I didn't read these guys' names, and yeah, these were the Khanate, because, well, they still are. They came from the Marauders, they got a Khan, then they took over the area. Kind of fitting then that after enslaving this area and fighting and battling everyone, that they are basically enslaved to the directors. A fairly fitting end for them, honestly. Either way, though, they are currently talking to us, and they claim to have uncovered intel suggesting that we are building a secret launch platform for weapons of mass destruction on our ring world, and request our permission to inspect the site. Also, I ran out of breath there because I currently have a cold and my nose is blocked, and it's driving me insane. Our military advisors are yet to confirm whether it's an honest mistake or something more sinister. Deny the request. Screw them. No. Our affairs are none of your business. Murderers. So on a serious note, I have swapped over the civics for our civilization. We now have mining guilds. The reason is that 5% happiness was doing nothing. We have 100% happiness even without that bonus 5%, so getting 10% minerals to ensure that everyone can still live their fantastically cared for lives, I think is pretty important, so I have swapped over to mining guilds, and don't worry, it's still Grand Mulch Lathir, it's not Thorn. Okay, so one thing I do want to check on, which I forgot about until literally just now, is what happened to that planet that was under the effects of Slanesh? Yeah, you guys. Xenophile. Spiritual. Yeah, it seems like we have such an iron grip on our subjects. There's one militarist, but you come from a militarist nation, so of course you're still militarist, and that's it. That has, like, no effect on our people. We are far too unified at this point. It's almost impossible to break us in that way. Because I still can't make us pacifist. I mean, I keep occasionally trying in the background to see if I can get more pacifists. Not going to happen. Spiritualism and egalitarianism will always be dominant in our empire right now. So, did I complete our citadel? I did. Fantastic. Okay, you're a citadel, so now all I need to do is add the Titan assembly yards. We also need to actually make our Titan. If you have any good names for Titans, then please feel free to tell me. The Titan Bow, which has the basic beam there. Titan Core, and Titan Stem, so all just large weapons. So I guess kinetic battery, most likely? Well, yeah, it's stronger and has longer range, so yeah, that's definitely what we want. We could have lasers, just because, you know, that's our theme though, isn't it? This will look like a laser, these are lasers. Less range though. It's less effective, but the thing is, the Titans are going to be a thing of absolute beauty in combat, so it makes it... Ooh, we can add these. Effects on own fleet. Oh, wow, nanobot cloud. Yes, heal our fleet, lad. We could weaken the enemy, that's awesome. If we have several Titans in a fleet, then what we can do is have version 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same Titan, and each one has a different aura. That's pretty cool. Obviously, artillery. Everything else is fine. Yep. And then just keep on adding these until we have no more power. And then add armor. And then add our nanobite. Sorry, our nanite repair systems. Tempted to have the shield capacitor. Since we're so shield heavy, this would be amazing. Yeah, but we can't actually afford that, so... Oh, but then what we could do is just this. Remove that. Add the armor. Then add at least one of these. I just like these for the theme. I love the idea of everything healing, because we're so against things being hurt, we even heal our ships. Just anything to minimize losses in that way. Of course, you could argue minimizing losses through shields is also the same bit of lore, but I just like the idea, because it comes from the hull tissue from earlier. But this would be fantastic, especially since we already have this. So we already have some regen. Okay, let's go with that. So we are healing quickly. So for now, I'll just call it Titan. That's right, Titan class Titan. It's just a placeholder, obviously. We'll rename it later. Well, with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. A lot has happened, we are advancing rapidly, and soon we're even going to have a ring world. This is looking like a very good victory now for the Divine Skrek Republic. And we are on 1.6k mineral production. And it's still increasing. And I still need to make more habitats. Yeah, we're going to win this one. Unless some really bad endgame crisis occurs. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.